I think oftentimes we can get places in life when we're pushing and forcing, but we can get so much further when we're allowing that greater force to work with us and for us. Behind all alpha bitch behaviors is not strength or power, it's fear. In the book, Taming Your Alpha Bitch, what you'll find are tips and tools for how to become a more loving human being, how to move from wielding force to embodying true power.
Mark?
Once we know who we really are and why we're here, everything else falls right into place. The qualities of an alpha bitch I write about in my book, Taming Your Alpha Bitch, and they are being forceful, controlling, competitive, and disruptive. When we think of Kate Gosselin, we think of her as the classic alpha bitch. She's so micromanaging and she's consumed with overseeing the people in her life. We watch her and we see what a train wreck her life can become. She's wound so tight that it's painful to watch her. A quality of a goddess is interconnectedness, and she feels a part of all things. She has a deep reverence for the people around her, other women. She's not catty or competitive because she's very centered within herself and sourcing all of her inspiration and energy from within. She's not the effect of the world around her. She's a part of and feels connected to all things. Charlie Sheen and his goddesses, God bless him, his goddesses are anything but goddesses, and I think these young girls are a bit lost if they're hanging around Charlie Sheen these days. I think these young women hang around Charlie Sheen because they love the attention. One of the fallbacks of being an alpha bitch is we've really just destroyed our relationships. Men do not appreciate being emasculated. They happen to like their manhood, and again, it doesn't mean that we're taking a submissive role. It's when we stand in our true, authentic power, we can let them be men, and we're going to get so much further and really create truer trust and intimacy in our relationships. When I think of Kate Middleton, she really embodies the qualities of the goddess. She's very elegant and graceful. Even at a time when Prince William broke up with her, she really remained in her very empowered space, and it doesn't surprise me that he came running back and married her, made her a princess. Women these days are fascinated with the Real Housewives because we see aspects of ourselves in them. A classic example of an aggressive alpha bitch is Nene Leakes, the Real Housewives from Atlanta. She's forceful, overbearing, pushy, dominating, and really what she's doing is she's pushing people away from her. She's pushing people and opportunities away from her. She thinks that being very dominant is going to get her what she wants, but in the long run, it's really sabotaging all of her success. Martha Stewart versus Oprah. You know, they're two totally different beings, both very successful women, but Oprah Winfrey comes from a very open, collaborative, humanitarian place, where Martha Stewart tends to be very restricted, cold, almost shut down. What happens is that audience members connect with somebody like an Oprah, where it's hard to connect with a Martha Stewart. We don't see ourselves so much in Martha. We see ourselves in Oprah. She's very accessible. She's very warm. She's one of us. One of the biggest things I think we give our daughters as mothers is the ability to make their own choices, whether they want to wear a certain outfit or color their hair purple or paint their walls magenta. Let them. In the long run, these things are not important, and when we allow them to do that, what we're saying to them is, I trust you. It's so important that we raise our daughters to be the leaders of the next generation. I think women really are the ones that are going to be making the biggest changes in the days to come. Twice a year, my co-partner and I do a goddess workshop in New York, and it's the most incredible transformational weekend for women. And sometimes it's the first time that women get to experience a sense of being together, honoring one another, shifting their vibe energetically, and really standing in their full feminine power.
My hands, they're strong, but my knees will fall to you.